Welcome back to Truck Tech, the short version for our Friday newsletter. We are joined by Andrew Smith, the CEO and is it co-founder or founder of Outrider, the autonomous yard tractor developer. And it's fun to have Andrew with us whenever we can get him. We're going to go just on some news that came yesterday, which is your Series D round, Andrew. Congratulations, $62 million more in the kitty.
Thank you
Certainly
very
helps
much.
in a number of places, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And you've been following us for a while, and these dollars will continue to support the scaling we're doing with our large enterprise customers as they try to modernize, streamline, and make more efficient the supply chain.
Yeah. Well, and I noticed something that I hadn't seen before, which is that you're now looking possibly at some intermodal activity too. Setting up, I guess some of these yards could be near rail points and things like that. That's something I haven't really talked to you about. Is there anything that you can share there?
Yeah, so Outrider essentially was founded to focus on this critical link in the supply chain, which are distribution yards or intermodal terminals or ports, et cetera, these linkages where the majority of the world's goods flow through. And it's an area that's been hazardous and inefficient and unsafe for a very long time. And so we really looked at developing the autonomy software and AI capabilities to allow vehicles to move big trailers and containers in these environments. So while we are hyper focused on scaling in 2025 with some of our large customers with distribution hub networks, the technology and how we deal with moving freight in yards is very relevant to other applications like intermodal.
Yeah. Well, I got an opportunity this summer at your invitation. Maybe I invited myself. I can't remember which, but we did get to come out to Colorado, and we did get to see in action what you're doing, how you're monitoring those things, in the back end and that sort of thing. And it's pretty impressive, really, to see a full. Some of it we weren't able to show. We had to do a little bit of, fancy camera work, but to see how you are hooking and unhooking and positioning trailers and things like that, and I guess perfecting something you've been working on for a while.
Yeah, so I think what this Series D funding round attests to is that Outrider has been extremely heads down working with our customers to make sure we're providing a truly integrated system. What a lot of people miss is that to move trailers through yards, it's not like doing an over-the-road autonomous truck down the highway. We have to be able to connect to and from and maneuver these large 53-foot long, 60,000-pound trailers in confined environments and do so in a very safe way and place these trailers or containers with centimeter accuracy at docks. And so devil's in the detail when you're working with this type of technology at the industrial scale. And that's what we've been focused on, and what really differentiates us in the market is having that complete package of systems to make this technology a reality.
Yeah, one of the later announcements that you made, I think you're right, we have tracked most of what you've done over the years, but one of your most recent ones, and we didn't see a lot of it, in Colorado because it wasn't a yard full of trailers, but this idea of knowing what trailer is where. I mean, that's huge, right? I mean, you've got to have a view of that in order to stop bad things from happening, I guess.
Yeah, so Outrider, really core to who we are, is a deep machine learning and AI capabilities of our system, as well as our deep capabilities when it comes to industrial safety. But when it comes to knowing what these vehicles are supposed to be doing in the yard, we have the ability with just one of these vehicles at a customer site to use AI to track the location of every asset in that yard environment, as well as any congestion, outside actors, blockages in the yard, et cetera. So our autonomous systems become the eyes and ears of of anyone running a complex supply chain. What this allows, and we talk about what our core technology does, we are able to get a message from a warehouse management or yard management system that allows our system to be dispatched, find the trailer it's looking for, connect to it using an AI-driven robotic system to connect air and electric lines. We can then move that trailer through various traffic, congestion, dynamic and static obstacles and place those trailers at a loading dock with centimeter accuracy. So it's being able to understand where all the trailers are and understand how to move those safely in a yard is sort of a dream come true for those operators of these distribution centers.
Sure. We'll get you out of here on this one because our time is short and it was intended to be that way. This is Series D, a little over $250 million raised now since you started. Should we be looking down the road for an E round, or should we be looking at you thinking about going public, or how can you tell me without telling me anything?
Yeah, no. So 250 million raised in a company. It's a big amount of money, and there's amazing technology that has been and will continue to be developed and brought to customers with that money. But really, it's a $60 billion industry to automate these yard and terminal locations worldwide. And we're building the technology to really define over the next decade how freight moves through these yards. Our plans going forward, I will just share, Alan, we have a lot of exciting iterations and additional features and capabilities that we will continue to fund, and markets we will continue to grow into. So while we haven't released what comes next after this Series D, I can tell you there's a lot more applications of technology to come that build on these capabilities Outrider's developed for our customers.
All right. Well, Andrew, with that, thank you so much for being part of a Truck Short today.
Excellent. Well, thanks for your time, Alan. We'll see you soon.
All right.